So we're finally going to talk about another DC movie. Feels like that's all we do now. We're going to talk about The Killing Squad, The Suicide Joke. The Killing Joke. Alright, we're talking about The Killing Joke animated movie from DC.
Warner Brothers Animated.
DC and Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers Animated. Alright. I'm having a lot of emotions about this movie, because this is the first time I read something about a DC animated movie before I saw it.
What did you read?
And it weren't good. Wasn't good. I didn't read good things. Like, I should object to this movie both on movie making quality and on, like, my moral compass.
I'm just starting to think I have too high expectations lately.
Well, it does feel like DC animated movies were getting better and better every time, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like when Pixar was making lots of great movies. Like was this their Planes or their Cars 2 movie? The roller coaster has to get to the top at some point, then it has to go back down.
Yeah.
But we were totally hyped for this one. Getting all the old voices, the old everybody. And it's just like a straight up Batman and Joker story.
No, it was half Batgirl, half Batman and Joker.
Yeah, it's like they wanted a Batgirl movie, but then they're like, no, go make more Batman. Oh, we're still going to talk about Batgirl, though.
Squeeze it into the Killing Joke movie.
Alright, so this doesn't rate on your, like, top 3 DC animated? Top 5? Top 10?
Yeah, maybe top 5.
Well, it was much artsier, I guess, of a movie, right?
Yeah, but it was only like at certain points.
Well, that's why I felt like it's like a film student's college horror movie that they made in college.
Yeah.
Because it's like has superheroes, but then it has like a bad plot. And a lot of dark stuff that you don't want to think about. Like a horror movie.
And a lot of racy stuff to pique people's basic interests.
Yeah. I wonder how much of that is like, well, we got our R rating, so might as well R it up.
Yeah.
Or if it's like, no, this is a story we want to tell, and we don't care what kind of rating it has. I always wonder, like, which comes first, the rating or the movie? Well, what did you think of the animation? Because I heard bad things about the animation. I thought it was artsy. I thought, like, they were going for that kind of choppier, lower, like, what is it? Just like a simpler, cheaper style, like the old animated series.
It's more homegrown animation as opposed to like the Asian style, I guess. Well,
because like the ones we saw before this, like what was it, Batwoman or Bat Family, and Under the Red Hood, like the animation was just incredible.
Yeah.
Right.
That was more what we're used to seeing.
So like, yeah, like you could see all of Batman's like muscles and everything in those ones. Like there was just more lines drawn, I guess, more detailed, right?
I guess.
And this one they went a little simpler, like it's just like the basic body builds and stuff, kind of like the old Batman and Superman cartoons.
Yeah, but Batgirl was curvy.
Yeah, that's true.
Voluptuous.
Oh,
I'm creeping myself out.
How old is she in the movie? They don't say, huh? Gordon's old, but he's always old, so that's not a good barometer.
Yeah. It's like he's been gray-haired since he got to the academy.
He got gray hair when she was born. He's like Homer Simpson. Instead of losing his hair, it turns gray. So we have no, like, definitive feelings about this movie, do we?
No, not really, because it wasn't, yeah, like you said, it wasn't a spectacular story, and it was just...
It was like two okay stories that didn't feel like they went anywhere.
It's more character than anything. So you're just happy to see the Joker and Batman.
Is a character-driven movie what you call a movie when you're like, hey, Batman's in it?
Yeah.
Very character-driven.
Pretty much.
With
the Marvel movies, hey, it's got Captain America. Yeah.
And hey, he was in the Iron Man movie, right? Hey, was he? No. Iron Man was in the Captain America movie.
Yeah.
So they're not making an Iron Man? Fuck Marvel. How does it always come to this?
Isn't there supposed to be like 2 more Avenger movies?
There's probably like as many until they stop making money. It's just like Final Fantasy, vote for everything.
I don't know, because like the last one, they're doing Infinity War. Like, what can you, what can you do after
That's
that?
what they should call all of them, Infinity. Because you look at the horizon and they just keep going. Our grandchildren, they have fucking movies planned for our grandchildren.
You think they'll just change actors eventually?
Until someone just blows up a bunch of movie theaters and they have to stop making movies.
Till the fall of society.
Yeah. Well, we've been watching movies since the 1920s. It's just out of control now.
Yeah. Pretty soon they'll find a way to like crank them out, and like you'll get like 3 in 1 year.
Yeah, one day only bankers and robots will create movies. Because the bankers will fund the robots. The robots will create the movies.
And they figure out a way to like do it fast, but then they're able to like slow the video down so it's like looks regular and regular speed.
And they're all made using like stock footage. There's like people crying in the theater. So fucking good. But until that day, we're stuck watching the movies humans make.
I guess.
But it feels like they don't let well, at least with this movie and a lot of the DC movies, it felt like it wasn't that great of a movie, but at least it was one guy's not very good movie. Like, one guy wrote this, and then a director was like, hey, I like your story, so I'm gonna direct it. And now here it is.
Yeah.
Like, when we watch stuff like the Marvel movies, or the DC movies now, it feels like there's just like, let's record a bunch of scenes, and then we'll put it together afterwards. And like, we'll figure out what the story is later. And if I wanted a story to suck, I'd play video games. I have to go somewhere for
take less chances.
I want to go somewhere for good stories. And now fucking movies are turning into video games, but in the worst way possible. Here's a bunch of action-packed cutscenes and a bunch of gibberish that doesn't matter, and then you press A for a QuickTime event. It's like the same as pressing play on the DVD player. I mean Blu-ray player. Blu-ray player.
Play on the remote. There's gonna be a remote.
My remote would just be one big button. Do.
Well, you gotta have the direction to point at what you want to do.
No, it's not. That's too complicated. Do from the kitchen. Do from the shower. Do anywhere.
Do from the wilderness.
Do while chopping wood.
Do from space.
And you just have to hope what you want to do is what actually does do.
I've been doing the same thing for years.
It's like self-driving cars, self-playing entertainment. It's like if you got home and then like your TV started playing something it thinks you'll like, and you just didn't even fight it. This looks like alright.
I guess this is my life now. I watch this.
You're all sad. TV do now. And that's what we think of The Killing Joke. Okay, how about this? Would you watch this again or Suicide Squad?
I think Suicide Squad.
Okay.
It's a little more fun, more actiony.
Oh, that ruins my next question. Because if you picked Killing Joke, I would have said, would you watch... Because Killing Joke is 73 minutes, and Suicide Squad is an hour and 52 minutes. So I would have said, would you watch 73 minutes of Killing Squad compared to 73 minutes of Killing Joke?
No, I actually want Suicide Squad to be longer.
Yeah, that was our consensus.
Yeah.
Was because, yeah, well, Killing Joke doesn't need to be longer, though.
No, it just needs to be better.
Well, that's where I feel like I'm flip-flopping on the issue, is because, like, if you... I Wikipedia'd, like, the comic book synopsis and stuff, right? And I'm like, well, that's the comic. Well, minus the Batgirl stuff at the beginning. Like, basically it kicks off with kidnapping Commissioner Gordon, I guess. And then, like, you know, it just turns into the Joker causing trouble.
Being all jokery.
And, like, it had that ambiguous ending in the comic, so I knew they were going to do the ambiguous ending again. Unless they just... Well, you know what this is most... Like, the thing that was the biggest letdown is, I want my Mexican Superman movie. Like, this feels like a long way...
You're hoping for that in The Killing Joke?
Well, no, but story-wise, I'm saying... Like, if you've been following all the DC animated movies, like, I feel like when they had the chance to do their own, like, original versions of Batman and everything, remember we got Vampire Batman,
Yeah.
and Space Wonder Woman, and Mexican Superman.
Yeah.
That was awesome! And I'm hoping, like, it feels like they really need to revisit that. And they've just been stuck making a bunch of Batman movies since. Well, not stuck. They've been good. Until now. But... but I want my Mexican Superman, damn it.
Just want more of that.
Yeah, because our complaint when we reviewed that was that they didn't give him enough Mexican credibility.
Superman, like, the Cinco de Mayo festival.
Yeah, he needs like a bandana or a lucha mask. He needs to say like a whole sentence in Spanish.
Starts hanging out with Bane.
Yeah. Like, Batman's like, but he's a murderer! Hey, are you calling Mexicans murderers? Racist vampire Batman?
What are you, Trump supporter?
We're not building your wall, Batman.
Take your wall and go fuck yourself.
But this seems like it's, when you look back on that movie, doesn't it feel like this movie's a lot, very different? Like it was made by completely different people, it feels like.
Yeah.
So,
it kind of seemed like the Killing Joke was made by people that understood. You had a sense that they understood Batman, but like, they could have done something more with like how Batman was interested in how he doesn't know the Joker, and like he said they like spent so many years hating each other.
Like maybe instead of flashbacks, it shows Batman like uncovering clues to the Joker's past.
Yeah, that would have been good. Like instead of saying I don't know what happened to.
I don't know, and I don't care. I'm Batman. Whoosh.
While we're seeing what happened to him, Batman's like, I don't know what happened to you. Why?
He's just driving around beating up fucking hookers. Batman, you asshole.
Busting up nightclubs. People were trying to have a good time.
I think I'm realizing, like, every Batman movie we see, like, every superhero movie we see, whether we like it or not, like, whether we think it's a great movie or not, it's making us more disillusioned with superheroes. They're just ruining everything.
Yeah.
Creating Jokers and...
knocking down buildings.
And he couldn't even stop Batgirl from creating her own Joker.
Yeah.
Like a pervy womanizing Joker. Thanks a lot, Batgirl.
He's set the movement back.
And now Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn probably have to work with him. He's a villain. She just made their workplace more hostile. So is there any specific thing you liked or disliked about the movie? Like anything that really stands out?
No.
None. Zero.
Yeah, it's not even that good of a Batman movie, because, like, yeah, Batman's in it, and you see him kick some ass, yeah, but, like...
and sex some ass.
Batman got some ass.
Batgirl got some ass.
Well, like, he's not really doing, like, the classic Batman things.
He's just yelling at Batgirl the whole time.
It was all the sexual tension.
Yeah, but it felt more heavy-handed than most DC movies are pretty nuanced, and they're very pro-feminism.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why I feel like it took that horror vibe. They didn't acknowledge that it was, whether it was being sexist or not. Usually they write their scripts smarter than that.
Yeah.
But this time they kind of just, like, well, there weren't a lot of words in this movie besides the Joker's monologues and Batgirl complaining.
Arguing with Batman, yeah.
Or complaining to her friend.
Typical gay guy. Typical gay guy best friend.
Yeah. It was like almost a romantic comedy to start out. But see, that's what gives you the horror vibe too. Like all those horror movies that start out like just a typical day at the park or at the fucking water park or wherever teenagers die. So it felt like all the beats felt like they're hitting horror movie beats. Like, oh, you're messing with things you can't understand, and like, but. And then, like, the Joker's, like, the murder psycho.
Good old Joker.
Mark Hamill was great.
Yeah, like you said, he's basically doing monologues.
They should have just created a cartoon of, like, the Joker on stage giving, like, a TED Talk. Because, like, he has a lot of charisma as the Joker.
Yeah.
Like, you pay attention to when he's talking.
He's actually funny.
Well, it's so hard to say funny because this whole thing is not being funny.
Well, it's funny because it's...
so bad.
Yeah.
And it's so dark.
Yeah. Exactly.
But they should have just overdubbed Jared Leto's Joker with Mark Hamill. Even if the lips didn't, like, if the lip sync didn't even match up, who cares?
Fuck it, sounds good.
Do you want, like, Mark Hamill's, or just the one that sticks out of my mind so much is Suicide Squad. Blah, 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 blah. You fucking had to mail someone a dead rat to fucking think of that line? to deliver that with fucking charisma and charm and humor.
Yeah. I wanted that Joker. I wanted Jared Leto's Joker to be like, kind of scary too, like, because he's supposed to be that insane, right? The Joker's like, he fucking kills people. Like, nah, he's just
Kill some people sometimes. For some reason.
For no reason. Because he could do that too.
But yeah, I was expecting him to be a lot more violent. I was expecting everyone in Suicide Squad to be more violent.
Nah, they really want to keep to that PG-13 rating.
So now we have to hope for some 4-hour rated R version.
I'll hold out.
Well, we're not going to get that for the Killing Joke.
It was rated R.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see any titties.
That's true. But
And they
I'm
didn't
pretty
say
sure
fuck.
I'm pretty sure Warner Brothers won't let the anime just and here's the scene where we show Batgirl's titties. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna get the green light.
I'll stop you right there.
And that's when Batgirl's heaving. Okay. Okay, stop.
So Batman's hitting it from behind, right?
And Batman's heaving. Okay.
Don't want to hear about the bat balls.
Go home and read some fan fiction before you finish your script. You need to get all that, all them thoughts out of you.
Yeah, I think it wouldn't bother me so much about Batman and Batgirl hooking up if it wasn't, like, just them in suits. Like, if it had, like, Batman as Bruce Wayne hooking up with, Barbara.
So it's like, I don't want to have sex with Batman. I want to have sex with Bruce.
That would seem, like, more normal, but, like, I can't get the image of Batman having sex with just, like, his wiener sticking out of his regular Batman suit, just with the mask on and the cape, and the gloves, the boots, everything on. It's just boner. And, like, it's ruined my childhood.
Do you think Batman needs there's a suit where I don't think he built his suit based on
Yeah, it doesn't break at the waist.
Yeah.
It's not a t-shirt pants combo.
There's not just a zipper,
Yeah. So how does it work?
That's why they had to cut the scene. Is just because this is a fucking nightmare.
Can't explain it.
Like just trying to unbuckle a belt or a bra or something, but fucking on hard mode. I've seen you put on the bat suit before. Accidentally shoots a missile out of his belt. Sorry, got excited. Alright, so where does DC Animated go from here? Because we can't rely on DC live-action movies to make this happen.
Yeah. I think they're gonna do some more stuff with, Batman and Damian, his son, and Robin.
Well, they did introduce Batgirl there. Did that Batgirl lead into this one? Was that Batgirl? Then you have to wonder why, Nightwing and stuff didn't show up.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the same world, though.
Wait,
I think this was a standalone movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because remember at the end of Bat Family... Shit, what was it called?
Was it Bad Blood?
Yeah, Batman Bad Blood. And they had Batwoman. And then at the very end, they showed Batgirl. But I don't think that Batgirl was this Batgirl.
No.
Or was that just a tease that they're working on Killing Joke? Or are they working on a separate Batgirl movie?
I don't know, but was that one the same one that they did in the same universe that they did the Justice League versus Teen Titans? And then at the end of that, you see that chick coming in on the rock.
Yeah, that was... Well, they made Teen Titans after Bad Blood.
Yeah, but there's no Batgirl.
No.
Still, it's the same universe.
Yes.
Mm. So now the next movie is going to have Batgirl and that other chick?
Tara?
Yeah.
Maybe. I wonder if it just... Well, I guess we have to wait and see.
When's that movie coming out?
Because, yeah, that's what I thought after we saw Teen Titans. Like, they did the teaser with Tara. And I was like, well, they didn't even talk about the last teaser, though. The Batgirl teaser.
Yeah, you're forgetting something.
Like, Batgirl's way in the background, swinging behind her.
Still here.
My movie's coming, too.
She's got like one of those banners that they carry behind planes. Yeah.
He's like with the megaphone swinging.
That girl movie.
Make way.
Can't wait for that.
Well, we're still excited for the next DC animated movie, whatever it is.
Because we're sheep. And we'll watch anything they put out.
These are the only movies they have left. They can't give up after one. It's not like Suicide Squad 2 is going to be great.
Yeah.
It feels like no person in the entire production of the DC movies knows who Batman or Superman are.
No, they're just trying to break the mold.
It's like, we got the rights to Batman. We know what he looks like. And he fights crime. I looked at his Wikipedia page. Did you know on the Wikipedia page it says a lot of Batman movies are successful? Sweet.
Yeah, I heard of this Catwoman.
Well, because going back to Suicide Squad, it felt like none of the pieces, like Joker was there, but he didn't do anything. Batman was there, he didn't do anything. Superman's dead, but nobody cared. Wonder Woman's somewhere. No one brought it up.
The Flash is doing his job in Australia.
And they didn't try to recruit Flash?
Yeah.
No, he was in Central City.
Yeah?
Captain Boomerang moved to America, they said. After he robbed every bank in Australia.
Oh, I missed that part. Wasn't paying attention during his bio.
That was like his biggest scene.
No way, yeah, did you say he robbed every bank twice?
Maybe. He just went in a big circle. How can you rob every bank? I guess he found a way.
He was kinda good at it.
Even though he shot his partner?
Yeah. Like a dick.
And he didn't even boomerang him. He didn't even have the decency.
It wasn't worth a ring.
Like, at least if Superman defeats you, he'll punch you. He doesn't just shoot you. I still don't know why super-powered humans, like if you have super strength, why not just have a gun anyway, too?
Yeah, because your worst fear when you have a gun is getting someone shooting back at you, right? So, like, you're invincible.
You're like bouncing bullets off yourself to hit people.
I actually wasn't thinking that.
Alright, so that's enough superhero talk then. The end.
Okay.
Thanks for listening to the Bystanders Podcast. Subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/GameMusicForAll. You can find links and show notes from today's episode at thebystanderspodcast.com. Follow us on Instagram at The Bystanders Podcast and on Twitter at TBS Podcast. And you can support the show by subscribing to us at patreon.com/Genoboots.